What's up, everybody? Give me a sec, I want to see something. I think it's good. At least for now. Anyway, welcome back. I'm gonna try and get to the final dungeon today. I didn't realize how long this game had left in it. It still has a lot. So, we gotta go to Radio Trista. Where is he? There. Michael, good to see you again. Oh, you're here. Great. It really has been a while, Rain. Last time I saw you, you weren't even famous. What do you say? Want to give me Radio Trista an exclusive interview? I'll pass. Besides, at the end of the day, I'm just a student. I only made some national hero. Aw, nuts. Fair enough, I guess. It's not what you're here for anyway. You didn't help me out with a new talk show I'm working for Radio Trista. A new talk show? Finally replacing Abba in time, huh? Gone before its time, truly. I still think of it as a success, though. I'm already fucking up words. 1 minute, 30 seconds in, I'm already messing up my words. That sounds like me. So I want to take what we learned and put it into a new show in the same vein, to establish the talk show genre. See, this is the new one's got kind of a theme to it. Towns. Focus on different kinds of towns and cities in every broadcast. We're going to try and get in the heart of what makes each city we visit great, straight from the locals' mouths. Our first show is going to be a test case, and I'm going to need your help with it. Fine by me. Since you're asking me, I take it your first show will be covering Trista? That's right. Our own backyard helps that we got a place way more famous after the war. It's going to do wonders for our ratings. New shows live and die on those numbers. So do radio stations, actually. Valheim will give us quite a bit of a boost, but our ship isn't what it used to be. So that's our chance to win back the hearts and ears from the bastards at Imperial Chronicle Radio. Should have seen that one coming. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can replace Misty, which doesn't exactly help matters. But even though we're not ready to air just yet, I need to get a feel for how the show's going to work as soon as I can. So basically, I want you to go around and try to get comments from people of Trista about what makes this town great. Something like you can do for me? No, not a problem. But do you have any guidelines for me, or should I just go asking around everyone I see why they like this town? I sure do. Why don't we limit it to 5 comments for now? And diversify a little too. One from an elderly, one from a kid, from a worker. And then we have a kind of a school town, one from a student and one from a teacher should round out things nicely. My dog's barking at something. Let me get a drink of water. Yeah. Trying to get a hardworking first year for the student comment, and someone who won't mess with us for a teacher one. Got it. Sounds like a good mix of people. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. Let me know once you got all the comments we need. Best of luck. So yeah, elderly, a kid, a worker, a student, and a teacher. Look, got one from Kirsch's. Here's the elderly, Old Man Abbott. Didn't get a comment from an elderly person. Abbott's nothing if not elderly. Damn. Renee explained that he was collecting comments about what makes Trista great for a new radio show. Comments, you say? I've got my fair share of those. Hope I can give you one that works. Fingers crossed. What makes Trista great to me? I'd say it's because this place has a unique sense of vitality. You can see it at the key points in the school year like these too. Being able to share in the major milestones of all these young students' lives brings a joy that couldn't be found anywhere else. That's an interesting perspective. I suppose it makes sense coming from an elderly person. I can hardly wait to meet the new students who will be here in just 2 weeks. Oh, I'm rambling now. Is that helpful? Absolutely. Thank you very much. How nice to hear. I do hope it ends well in the new show you mentioned. Alright. Got the old person. Will you sell it, by the way? If it isn't Mr. Hero, glad to have you back. Thanks, but could you drop the whole Mr. Hero thing? Sure, sorry about that. I've seen your name pop up so many times in the Chronicle, I couldn't help myself. Well, Mr. Hero or not, I'm glad you're sticking around next year, even if your classmates aren't. It's gonna be sad not to have those red uniforms around town anymore, I'll tell you. Bye. Nothing. Can I exchange? But I have some stuff. No? Alright. Okay. Let's see. We head to Brandon's over here, and here's the kid. Oh, she's a worker. She's one or the other. Okay, she's gonna be the child. Well, I bet Tizel will give me a good comment for the child category. When you told Tizel, yeah. I'd like to get my comment right on a new radio show? Well in that case, I'll happily give you one. If you wouldn't mind. Let me see here. I think the thing that makes Trista Graze is pleasant, relaxing scenery. In the spring you got lino flowers, in the fall you have falling leaves. Each season is beautiful its own way. It's close to Heimdall too, so I think everyone should give them a chance to get the look if they got a chance. How did I do? Was that okay? I just know it's gonna mess this up somehow. No, that was perfect. Thank you for sharing. Well, if you say so. Alright, that's all that for this area. Looks like we have some more over here, though. Guess these are going to be the workers? Oh no, that's the Kenneth quest. I'll do that in a second. Oh, the workers, lot. Lot looks interesting, obviously. Maybe she'll give me a comment for Michael's new radio show. Yep. Really? That's an interesting idea. I don't know how useful my opinion will be, but if you want me to, I'm happy to throw my 2 mirror in. By all means. What makes Trista great to me? I'd say it's because we're a town with pride. When times the people here fall, they always get back up and keep moving forward. They don't let anything stop them from achieving their dreams. They keep working hard until they realize. Everyone has a deep sense of personal pride, and it makes me proud to be able to support people like that. I'm sure next year will pose us a number of new challenges, but I can say with confidence that we will prevail. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for the comment. Oh, not at all. Hope you can use it. So, if Reed is then going to be in Class 7 after next year, right? We'll be staying here? Oh, I can enter it. Oh. I mean, it's a nice dorm. This would be what Reed might be saying after next year. Or is he just going to stay in the Class 7 dorm? I can see either happening, really. Alright, we need a teacher and student, and they're over here. Looks like the gym and the main building is where I gotta go. See, teacher's lounge, of course. Oh, Heim. Oh no. Up, Heinrich. And why, pray tell, are you darkening my doorway today? I most certainly hope that you aren't here to tell me some recent spout of trouble you caused once again. I'm being completely honest when I say the thought could have been further from my mind. And Reed told the vice principal, yeah, the comments, is that the case? Maybe Trista certainly has improved its lot in life this past year. I'm afraid it's of no interest to me, however. They're still not getting the ratings they were before the war, but I think they're on the right path. They even do a lot of work to expand their audience, too. Rumor has it they've started broadcast in Crossbell. Did you say Crossbell? There's a fraction of a chance that Rick said Mal may hear my voice. I can't let this opportunity pass me by. Oh my god, Heinrich. Poor Rixia. Comments for a new radio show, you say? I have no love for the radio as a medium, but it would only be right for this Academy's vice principal to contribute his opinion. Phew, I nearly forgot how crazy he was for Rixia Mal. Well, Michael, a comment from a teacher, and a comment from a conjolement is still a comment. I would like nothing more, sir. Listen well then. What makes this town great, Trista great, you ask? Why you're standing in it. It's nothing short of the presence of the academy founded by the famous Emperor Dracos. Care to elaborate on that? I would love to. This academy is far more important to its nation than you realize. Countless numbers of men and women have passed through these halls of learning great and have been enriched by the knowledge they offer. Those men and women to go on to form some very backbone of the society. Yes, that does include the men of the imperial family. To borrow the words from a wondrous founder, this academy is in charge with creating the foundation of our world. This town may be small, but it has its pride and dignity one would expect such a key part of this great nation. I would postulate that it's the very presence of this academy that allows it to hold its head so high. Wouldn't you agree? That's actually an incredibly sound argument, and the Draco's rounds resonate even now, clearly. They certainly do. In fact, that's something I hope you keep in mind as you conduct yourself over the next year. We need to make sure you use your last year here as fruitfully as possible. Especially the way your education tends to be punctuated with other work. You have me there. Thank you for the comment, sir, and for your advice. Alright. I really feel bad for Rixia, I'm gonna be honest. I have a fan like that. This man is hoping that his comment is heard in Crossbell. Alright, Jim. Let's see, over here. Oh no. Then let's get started. This has to buy everyone in one of those limited edition puddings. Agreed? Heh, agreed. So expect me to hold back. They would spend their time like this. Can we see this fight? Oh, I want a cinematic of this. I still need a student comment from Michael. You know, Monica's a hardworking first year. I'm sure a comment would be great. Rainy told Monica about Michael's new radio show and his request. Me? Give a comment for a radio show? That's fine if you think I'm up for it. I'm happy to help, or at least try. No pressure. Just give me your honest opinion, that's all I need. Well then, the best thing that interests to me is how the world is full of wonderful people. You got second years to inspire you, friends, and classmates who are just fun to be around. And even outside the academy, the townsfolk are always there to support me whenever I'm feeling blue. I feel like I'm having all these great people around allowing me to grow as a person I am today. I'm pretty happy that I chose to attend this academy and live in Trista. You and I are in the same boat there. It's been an amazing year. It really has. I can't deny that I'm sad to see Laura leave, but I'll try and make next year even more fruitful than this one. Besides, I'll take more than her leaving this academy to put an end to the friendship like ours anyway. That's for sure. Thank you for your comment, Monica. Hopefully you can actually use it. Great, I have all the comments I need. Time to get back to Michael. Alright. Where is he? There. I don't know why I'll zone out looking for him. Well, look who's back. How'd it go? You get a bunch of recent comments? I'd say so. Check them out. That's the stuff. I couldn't come up with more perfect comments if I wrote them myself. The show's got success written all over it. I knew you would have got a call on. Great job, Rain. Well, I didn't expect you to be this happy about them. You're making me blush. Well, one way or another, good luck with the new show. You know I'll be tuning in. Just you wait, this will be great. I'm gonna make the station a bigger deal than the army, and then we'll never try to censor us ever again. Gotta shoot for that 20% audience share with this thing. Well, I appreciate his zeal. Still. This has really made me think. Trista really is a wonderful place. Alright. Got that done. Now for the quest I dread the most. Fishing. I'm gonna just save in case I just want to quit. I'll be honest. I had to get a drink. Hey, Kenneth, and Annabelle too. It's good to see you again, Rain. So you saw her request? I saw it, yeah. Wasn't quite sure what you're actually requesting, though. Mind clearing things up for me? I guess that makes sense since you've been away from Trista for so long. Where do I start? I'm sorry. This is really all my fault. Come on, you know that's not true. My brother's just being a pain. Yep, still lost. Well, you know that Annabelle's supposed to be marrying my brother, right? Your parents set that one up. Now she's not being harassed by her family when she's going to tie the knot. You can't imagine it's not a whole lot of fun for her. But maybe it's a bold to interject. Lady Annabelle was not even informed of this arrangement until after it had already been decided and agreed upon. As one would expect, she may even be thoroughly shocked when she found out. She even went as far as to run away from home, which in turn had a stark effect on once elegant personality. I had no idea. Well, I've been gone for nearly a year. I feel as though my fault rests on my shoulders as well. As such, should the engagement cancellation become realizable, I will do everything I can to make it happen. Wait, are you saying it's about to call this all off? It may be. Obviously, the first thing I did was ask my parents to call things off, but they wouldn't listen. The only response was, it wouldn't do to install a man of the Empire for no good reason. Whatever that means. So, with that escape route closed, I figured we'd try and go to the man himself and see if I could get things called off. My brother, charming that he is, wasn't having any of that. He was a similar line about nobles not going back on their promises, and that was that. I imagine his greatest concern is respective family social statuses. The head of the Lake Lord family is only a baron, while my father is a viscount. I get it. He's worried that not going through with the wedding would be an insult to his family of higher status, huh? This kind of makes an upper class society real pain sometimes. You're telling me. Marriages of status and convenience often take precedence over those of love among the nobility. That much is true. But for my part, I wish for nothing but Lady Annabelle's happiness, and that arrangement certainly isn't that. So with that in mind, I decided to talk to my brother one more time. Eventually we managed to reach a compromise. We'll settle this with an old noble tradition, the fishing battle. Now I get it. Fishing battles are split into two parts, right? Obviously the main events between the two actual challengers, or captains in this case. Before that, their chosen vice captains face off. So that means, it took you a while to get there, but I like you, what you got. As team captain, I like to fish you as my vice captain. I asked Annabelle to compete, but it seems kind of wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I figured as much. These both have done a lot for me, so I'd be happy to help. But, do you think I'm up for this? I mean, Annabelle's future is on the line, and I fished with you enough to quake in my boots when I hear the name Lake Lord. I think I've seen a fishing rod before, once or probably. Look, don't worry about it. Miracles happen all the time. I'm not going to pressure you into doing it or anything, though, so if you still want to pass, just pass. Still, what do you say? Let's fish. Why not? Let's get fishing. I don't know if I'm with the snuff, but if you believe in me, maybe I got this. Thank you so much. You have my humblest thanks for doing this for Lady Annabelle. You've definitely got this. Together we're going to save Annabelle from a wedding of hers. I know we will. I'm so grateful to both of you helping out me like this. Fishing bow selling marriages. What do you know? Roughly 10 minutes passed. Eventually Lake Lord the Third and his vice captain managed to begin making their way towards them. What the fuck? Well, look who is. It's been a while. Huh, you still haven't changed a bit. Still as lively as your bait, I see. How significant. That is not a word. That is not a word. Splendid. Okay, I need Google here. Help me. That is not a word. Splendificent. It is to meet you, and with you again, Kenneth. Good to see you in high spirits, Narcissus. So we'd say, we dive right in. No sense in lollygagging. The spot will do, I suppose. Fish of Trista, rejoice, for I have returned to grace your waters with my line once more. That's the heir of the Lakewood family. He definitely seems a little more noble than you do. No offense. But how's he already familiar with the fishing spots around here? Well, he is the Thor's Grad. Oh, right. I guess if you love fishing as much as you do, then he probably knows it's safe from back to front. Lady Annabelle, how simply splendid it is to see you again. I think you'll be able to suitably entertained by the spectacle that is about to unfold before you. Thanks. I'm sorry my selfishness has made you come all the way out here. Please, there's no need to apologize. This is entirely my fault for my foolish brother needlessly complicating things. I swear my family name that I will defend our marriage. There's no need for you to worry about your pretty little head. Yeah. So I surmise that you're Kenneth's vice captain. What is with his dialogue? Delectacular! What? Styloferocious? Dude, what is your vocabulary? Who am I? I'm delectacular and style-fresh, style-mid Narcissus. Do you make no money of this? The crazy wave. Not only do I hail from the Imperial Fishing Club by the Lake the Third, I'm one of its exquisite Elite Four. Oh, exquisitant. Oh my... What? I need to offer you my most enthusiastic contrafibulatories on being chosen to face me today. May about be splendidemptious. I'll do my best too, I think. What? Oh my god, this dude. What a covetous attitude. Mark my words, young man, you will go far. Did they pay this guy by the word or something? No, they pay him by the letter. Well, now that you've exchanged our greetings, I'll get right to explain the rules. The goal of each part of the battle is the same, catching the designated fish. And first, the vice captains will compete. The team whose vice captain catches their first fish will enjoy the advantage of starting the second round early. I see. Sounds like a fair battle format to me. Any skilled angler should be able to guide a capable vice captain after all. The outcome of this will determine the fate of your arranged marriage. Are you absolutely certain you wish to proceed with us, Lady Annabelle? I am. I'm prepared to accept the outcome no matter what it may be. If you're sure. In that case, we're going to fish like we never fished before, and make sure you're happy. Oh, by the way, what will we be catching? Our vice captain will potentially catch a noble carp. Assuming you were the rhetorical when you asked what we'd be catching. The giant swordtail is the only acceptable choice. Going after the big guy, huh? Just to lose the fish in Trista? I heard the rumors myself. A huge 20-foot red swordtail who survived decades of battles. If we caught him able to stuff our faces for 2 whole weeks, the stuff's left over. Lady Annabelle, please. If you wouldn't mind acting a little more like a lady nobility, it would be much appreciated at this delicate time. Now that's the Annabelle I know. Well, like you said, you're going to be catching a noble carp. You can use all the ground bait you like, but I don't know how much you have on you, so here, take some of mine. Thanks, these will really come in handy. You can leave the area before you catch your fish, but I will be in trouble if they catch yours first, so don't wander off. Nah, no sightseeing tours for me. Guess I get started. Good luck, Rain. We'll be quietly and respectfully cheering you on. I see you've complimented your preparations. Dude, I want to know what your vocabulary is. Well then let the battles commence. May the best man win. Vice captains, assume your positions. This is the most serious battle of this entire series. And begin! Round 1, Vice Captain battle. Control Reverie and catch a noble carp. Oh, I only have 6 ground bait? Oh no. I don't like my odds. Come on. Got one.
Now that's a catch.
Not what I wanted. It's a arowana. It's the same fish, damn. No arowana.
Now that's a catch.
Alright. God damn it, it's another one. I got that one.
Now that's a catch.
Come on, give me a different type of fish, please. No!
Now that's a catch.
I'll wait it forever, aren't I? No! Come on, just give me a noble carp.
Now that's a catch.
I gotta use a ground bait. I only got 3. Not even surprised anymore. I probably should have gotten a better fishing rod. See why I hate fishing?
Now that's a catch.
Just noble carp, please. Come on. Just let me lose
Now that's a
at this
catch.
point. Get Kenneth in here. I'm suffering. My poor thumb. Make it end.
that's a catch.
Make this torture end, please. No, I'm just gonna lose it. I wanna see what happens. Nope. Nope. This is the most boring thing ever, I swear. This lake's filled with nothing but the same kind of fish, I tell you. My dog's mad at something. So how's everyone's day going? Honestly, okay. Can I use angular points to get a better fishing rod? No. How are you? Where do I get better fishing rods? Cold Steel 2, how to get better fishing rod. Let me read this. Annabelle, can you give me some? No. I hate my life. So. Almost out of ground bait. I've almost lost this. Oh! What? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. This thing's kicking my ass. Yeah, this rod is not ready for that. Maybe I can get some over here. Actually, no, where's the pawn shop? Maybe he has something I can do? I got the all the books. This was that. Do you have fishing rods? You do not. God damn it. Who has fishing rods? I hate everything. Can I fish over here?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I could
can.
probably fish here.
I just want a better rod.
Huh.
I'm not gonna get this. I'm putting up a fight, but I ain't gonna get him. Yeah.
Huh.
I ain't getting it. Yeah, I didn't think so. I had to try. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this quest. I'm going to be honest here. Can I give up, please?
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm sorry, Annabelle, but it looks like I'm going to marry this dude. Because I am just... I ignored fishing all game and I'm paying for it.
Now that's a catch.
Can I upgrade yet? Let me be a better angler, please. I hate all of you. Kerrigan, give me a good fishing rod. You, give me a good fishing rod. You, give me a good fishing rod. I give up. I'm sorry. I can't. I ignored fishing all game. I just paid the price for it. Yeah, it's on me. Anyway, I guess we have to do other quests now. Let's do this. The race to end all races. Ah, you're here. I stopped her ring, but I told her how important it was for you and everything, but she just couldn't help herself. I'm just looking at something. Alright, it's fine honestly. This kind of my quest actually. There's no way I'm racing Angelica isn't going to be interesting. I'll show you interesting. Guess Reen's falling for that bike charms just as hard as you did. Guilty as charged. That just proves that entrusting her to you is the right choice after all. You up for skipping the usual formalities then? You asking if you have the time, accept my quest and junk? Sure, I always hope for the chance to go around with you. She even got one time to race. My thoughts exactly. So there's a certain excitement you can only get from a good race, isn't there? You do have a point. I'm not sure if I stand much of a chance against you. Not that you'll stop me from trying. That's what I like to hear. So, are we going to do this right now or what? If you're worried about the rules, don't be. I'll give you the rundown before we start. You bet. Nice, let's get going. The race to end all races. Alright. Toe is here. Of course she is. Didn't expect to see you here, Toa. I might miss this for the world. I wouldn't be able to take my eyes off a race like this. This is going to be intense. But be intense safely, alright? I'll try. That goes for you too, Angie. But of course, my dear George, I would never do anything to worry you. Anyway, on to the rules. This will sound familiar if you raced before. Following the course, first to the end wins. Yeah, sounds simple enough to me. I'd be worried if it didn't. But let's make this a bit more interesting, shall we? Raise the stakes a little bit. Let's say you lose just to buy everyone drinks. Work for you? I'm not one to turn down a free drink. As if pitting their egos against each other wasn't enough. Let's just let them have their fun. Well then, why don't we get this show on the road? To your bike, Rain. You got it. Her bike is gigantic. Are you both ready? Like, it just kind of like, it looks the same, but also looks bigger than mine. Like, thicker, you know what I mean? Alright. I'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Go! I'm already about to lose. I forgot which button was accelerate for a second. I hit R2 instead of R1. Oh yeah, I lost. I can't catch up. Out of the way, Energy. Damn it, Angelica! Try again. I ain't giving up, now I know which buttons accelerate. I'm trying again. Alright, count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I'm not below cheating. I will wreck you. I down one catch up. She got advantage again. It's not closer, but come on, Rain. Oh, oh. No, you don't. No, you don't. I win. Like I said, I am not below cheating. Boy, I can't believe how much you improved. You really earned that win. Well done. Hey, don't say yourself short. You cut the pressure on right at the end. If anything, I feel kind of hard to believe I actually won against you. But believe it or not, you did. And that proves to me just how skilled you are now. You should be proud of yourself, Rain. Thanks, Angelica. George. Maybe it's because I didn't hold back. I feel really refreshed after that. Not that feeling suspecting for some reason, but hey, I'm not complaining. No holding back is an understatement. Toa? Something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just touched, that's all. Like, see how serious you were the whole time you raced, Rain. Yep, it was quite a spectacle to behold. Hit me up if you guys ever want to decide to have a rematch. For sure. We can have one too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my chance to get revenge for you today. Alright, before I forget, I should perform my civic duty as a loser. I'm gonna buy those drinks. 5 should do, I think. 5? Oh. Oh, Crow. We won't have fun without him today. It's the least we can do. Yep, that sounds good. They drank the drinks and shook a bar together. After seeing off Toa, who returned to the student council room, George and Rain wandered back to the engineering building. Thanks for the race, Rain. By the way, before you go, I've got a piece of news I figured you might like. Turns out the Ryan company's thinking about going all in on orbital bike development. Really? That's right, but don't get too excited just yet. You know if they'll end up actually going through with it. Well, the way things are now, I can't really imagine that they will. But time will come when society feels like need for vehicles and inspire passion in people. Those are Chairman's words, too. I can see what she means. There's nothing else quite like these bikes of ours, is there? Exactly, which is why I need you to do your part in raising public awareness while I'm going. I use those I'll be showing off mine more than enough during my travels. Knowing you, every woman on the continent will want her own. The guys too, of course. Oh right, here's one for racing me. The same one I wear, so you know it's good. Think of it as a farewell gift. Thank you very much. I can't wait to try it on. These are for me. Oh, one more thing. Does this have to do with a race or a quest or anything? I just want you to have it. This is the key to here, isn't it? That's right. From now on, when you're free, you can use this place wherever you like. I'm not going to be here the next batch of bright-eyed first-years to roll in, so I'm putting you in charge of finding promising young engineers to take over my work. Deal? George, Deal. Thanks, Rain. Anyway, I just got a message. I think one of my orders just got delayed. Damn it. I remember which one it was. I forgot I still had orders from Crunchyroll. Let me see if I can check them real quick. Crunchyroll store. Thanks for everything. Sign in. Where's my my order? Oh. Alright. I'm just looking at something. Can I cancel? I don't think I really... It hasn't shipped yet, right? Alright, so I need to go to the store. I'm there. Oh, I need to do customer service? I'll do that. I'll do that later after the stream. I'll get all that done. But god damn it. Au revoir, my dear friend. Keep well now. The race is completed. Alright, so next up... What do I do? Notes. Quest. Class Warfare and Angular Management are the only ones left. Wait, did I do this? Oh, that's the only one I've reported. Okay, so I should go report the other ones. I'm just looking at something. Give me a sec. Alright. Should I go to the top here? Alright, report progress. Oh, you made some headway? Tell me about it.
Wow! Right. Rank A0? You're amazing! Here's a bonus from the Academy.
Hey.
Wow! That
I'm
must have been tough.
A0. I made A0. Thanks so much for helping me with my work. It's really big weight off my tiny shoulders. Hey, I'm impressed by myself. I'm just looking at something. Alright. It's kind of high as hell in my room. God damn. I need to do the class warfare one, which is an academy field. Glad you made it, Schwarzer. I do apologize if we had trouble with you with this, but in spite of my attempts to dissuade him, Master Patrick insisted that he had to fight you today. You know, I'm just looking at something. That's not what I wanted. I'll figure it out. It's a pain in the ass. I'll do it after the stream. It's don't fix this all on me. You're the one who wanted the fight to happen before you went home next week. You would do well to not to treat me as some sort of selfish child who inconveniences others for no reason. Huh. Well, my schedule's free out of the way, so you want to tell which one of our class is stronger, right? Precisely. We may have faced off during the war, but we couldn't hardly be claimed that we were fighting on equal footing. Which means that we're yet properly determined which of us is superior. We nobles are class 7. That's true. You've been trying to figure that out for quite a while, too. Bringing it out like this probably at the end of the year is pretty bold of you. I was only leaving such matters unresolved, that's all. But so many of your classmates said I'll leave us so soon, just saw a final opportunity to settle this. Let us do so. After a year back and forth, we'll prove once and for all which of us does come out on top. I'm up for it. Maybe it'll give us a real challenge after all you've been through. Then we'll on. In that case, Mr. Rain, would you mind choosing a partner to fight by your side? A classmate, of course. 2 of you represent Class 7, while Master Patrick and I can represent Class 1. Yeah, one of my non-students representing my class. A 2 and 2 sounds like just fine to me. And when Patrick, he's been training for this for a long time. Who should I pick to bring with me? Oh, I can easily delay him. I'm bringing Fee. We're going to delay the hell out of them. But it definitely wasn't easy. As soon as your partner arrives, we will begin. Was anyone you had in mind? Yeah, I know who to call. Please take your bows, no regrets. Alright. Now, would you call your friend Master Rain? It would pretty much be Elisa or Fee I would bring on this one. Elisa because she's a healer, Fee because she can easily delay. I think I'm going to do Rain is going to be a main delay attacker, and Elisa's just going to up his CP. That's what I'm going to do, actually. Alright, statuses, tactics. I want her right there. Let's begin. Rain's already told me what you were doing. We did show you what we'll keep up one last time, at least. You're both worthy opponents. We'll hold nothing back. Celestin. Indeed, it's high time for us to demonstrate our new skills. You can already tell they've gotten stronger than the last time we fought them. A lot stronger. So we're representing our classmates. There's no way we'll lose. Let's do this. Let's.
Watch out! This is a tough one. No, you don't!
Ow.
Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall!
I can do this.
Alright. Heavenly
Light.
Gift Rain.
Rain upon us.
Ooh,
No,
you're
you
an arc
don't.
user, huh?
My turn.
Is this my delay attack? It is.
No problem. Hang in there.
Thanks. My turn.
Damn, it didn't delay.
I can
Ooh.
do this. Hip!
Thanks. Here I go. Here goes.
Overdrive!
All right.
Ha! Now!
Gotcha! No problem. You're not molten soap! Now's our chance!
Got you. Here I go. Burn to ash. Fall now!
Gotcha!
My turn. Ha! Now!
Gotcha! Right. Light! Rain upon us!
Try this. I'm sorry, everyone.
God damn it, Rain.
Right. Hup.
Thanks.
Right. Turn to flames. Burn!
Uh-oh.
Let's move. Ha! Let's move. Ha! Try this. My turn. Ha! Try this. I won't give up. Arcus,
I can
activate.
do this. Hup.
Thanks. Huh. I won't give up.
Dude, what is happening?
Yeah.
I can do this.
I expected them to be this strong.
Let's go.
My turn. There. Ha! Now's our chance. Elisa.
Hip!
No, you don't.
No problem. Let's go.
Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall! Now!
Gotcha! Hup. Hang
Thanks.
in there! No problem. Hang in there!
Thanks. Try this.
Hang in there!
I'm sorry, everyone.
No problem.
Are you for real?
Arcus, activate. Hup.
Thanks. Try this.
Right.
Why are they so strong?
Hang in there!
Thanks.
Hang
Thanks.
in there!
I'm
Look
not
at that
done yet.
damage! Come to the S-Craft real quick.
Right.
They have no business being this strong. None.
Hip.
Here I go. Huh.
Right. Let's go.
My turn. Sit.
Hip.
Try this.
Hang in there!
I'm sorry, everyone.
No
Gotta be
problem.
kidding me.
Let's go. Hup.
Thanks.
I can do this. Hang in there!
Thanks. Let's move. There. Ha!
Hang
Thanks.
in there! I can do this.
I need her to take a Eve. Yeah, this should do.
My
Do
turn.
that.
Burn to ash. Fall! Now's our chance.
Gotcha! I can do this. Hang in there!
Thanks. Here I go. Burn to ash. Fall! Now!
Gotcha!
Try this.
Hang in there! I can do this.
Damn. Let's Curio Bomb.
Thanks. Let's move.
They really have no business being as strong as they are.
Ha! Let's move. Sit. Now! Elise.
I can do this. We made it
There
out
we
in
go.
one piece. I'm so glad.
I should have known we'd be able to defeat you after all. We fought splendidly. Same goes for you two, though. There was no telling which way you could have gone. I second that. You guys really did make your classmates proud. And the way you used to argue lengths, it's something else. I agree. I'm proud to be able to come in the same academy as someone with skills like yours, Patrick. You really can't help yourself, can you? Still, you fought well and defeated us fair and square. Feels like I can finally accept that Class 7 is as Class 1's ultimate rival. Patrick. What are you waiting for? Right. This isn't over yet. Ferris? Patrick! I can't believe you try insulting Class 1 and Class 7 without us. Hello, Ferris. Wait, what? I did get class permission to do so, did I not? I thought this was only going to be a rematch of the practical game last June. Besides, we've yet to probably determine which one of us is superior. We nobles are your class 7. That's what you said, right? If you're deciding what nobles stand, you need to fight on all of the upper classes, not just year 1 and year 2, class 1. Isn't that kind of splitting hairs? Why should I follow? What did you come here for, Ferris? Allow me to explain. Vincent? I am perpetually elegant Vincent Thorold, and on behalf of the upper class second years of this academy. And I have brought my dear and delicate sister with me, to bow, my good fellows. And so far is made, I will also be taking part in this battle. Do you hope you accept our challenge? All of the upper class students have already given us approval to fight on their behalf. Let us begin the honor of being known as the strongest students in the academy. Strongest in the academy? Women just there's something between nobles in class 7. But there's a last chance to come together like this. Last chance to make memories to judge it forever. I mean, last chance to put it close to a book of our feuds. Lady Ferris, at this point the cat isn't just out of the bag as a litter box and a scratching post. Okay, so to recap, you want to sell things too, isn't that right? I kind of feel the same way, to be honest. No objections here. Sure enough. Alright, we accept your challenge. I'd love to launch into battle right away, but I can hardly be fought with 3 on 2. Please call one of your classmates to balance our teams a little. Good call. Let me think. Alright, so we have a healer, we have Rain. Somehow it's either Laura or Fee. I'm gonna go Fee. The evasion tank. Gotta take her. Rain uses Arcus to call his chosen classmate. And of course, all of us don't have 200 CP. Just my luck. What food do I have brings up CP? Here, Dazzling High brings up 50. Yeah, that's good enough, I guess. This could be interesting. Guess I better not hold back. Thank you ever so much for willingly accepting our challenge. And prepare to fall against you the result of 2 solid months of brutal training. Well said, Sister Sublime. I for one tried to demonstrate my refined spear techniques, more beautiful and dangerous than an angered swan. For my part, I will show you my capabilities. I'll just show you a glimpse of my true capabilities, she said. Oh. Well, points for enthusiasm. Looks like tougher than we lost Farm. This won't be easy. Stay on your guard. Then we shall serve as the referees. Very well, may the best competitors win. As both teams are ready, let the battle begin.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, probably best for that combo. Let's see if I can delay them all.
Two. And done.
I put one
Let's
to sleep
move.
and delayed Ferris. I'll take that.
Now's our chance!
Gotcha! Too slow. Okay.
Okay, everybody's up again.
1, 2, and done.
It's
No
Lisa
problem.
and Sarifa and Vincent.
Light, rain upon us.
Let's move!
Zero Arts? Oh, you didn't have to say.
Huh!
Sorry, Ferris.
I'll handle it.
It's kind of in the way.
My turn! Ha!
My turn. Okay. No problem. Now's our chance.
Got you!
I'll handle it.
They were delayed the
My
hell. Alright, we're starting to get some moments.
Ha! Now!
Gotcha. My turn. 1, 2. And done. I can do this.
Having a gift on those two again.
Here I go!
No, you
There!
don't.
Ha!
I'll handle it. 1, 2. And done.
Ooh, at least I almost
move.
died there. I burped.
Here goes! Overdrive! Ha! Now!
Gotcha. Right. Light, rain upon us.
My turn! Second form, Gale! Now's our chance!
Gotcha. My turn.
Alright, Fee. Wipe them
We're
out.
finished. Full speed ahead. Shadow Brigade!
Ooh. But good hit. Good hit. They're gonna heal. Oh no, she's a crescent mirror.
Here I go! Ha! Now!
Gotcha. No problem. Turn to flame. Burn! I'll handle it.
Alright, the one down. Full course bullying.
Oh, please.
Missed
Let's move.
completely.
Ha!
My turn. 1, 2.
Come on.
And done. Right. Fire!
My turn!
Sorry, Ferris.
No! Okay. My turn.
Alright, do some
Let's
damage
move.
right there.
No problem. Fire! My turn. 1, 2,
Alright.
and done.
Hit a crit. And she's healing herself
Let's
a
move.
lot. Alright. Rain,
Here
I
we go.
need you to do some craziness here.
No problem.
Oh, that did a good amount of damage.
Light! Rain upon us! I'll handle it. 1, 2,
Come on, evasion tank.
and done.
My turn.
Not enough.
Now.
Gotcha!
My turn.
Come on, Rain.
I'll handle it.
We need you to hit that one.
I can do this. Fire!
Here I go.
I'll handle it.
Oh, it's ATLA. You're done, Sarifa. Good night.
Targets eliminated. Let's get going.
V leveled up.
Success.
I should expect as much from whom Lady Ferris regards so highly. You are one strong maid, Sarifa. I can't believe that after all that I trained, it still wasn't enough. Ferris. Still, I accept my defeat. Yeah, so Sarifa for the main party. Let's recruit her. She is strong. You fought exceptionally. It's not like you didn't give us a good run for Amira, though. You were pretty tough, though. Could have gone either way. I'm going to treasure the memory of this battle forever. That's for sure. Oh, you. Still, now that you defeated us, you have your confirmation that the strongest members of Class 7... the strongest members of Class 7... I'm misreading that, oh my god. The confirmation that the members of Class 7 are the strongest in the Academy. Yeah, still not sure how to respond to that. But thanks, I get. Oh ho ho, did someone say strongest in the Academy? Who? That sounds like... Oh no. Oh no. Principal Van Dyke! What brings you here, sir? Oh no. Now I'm scared. I do believe you secured permission to use the field. Oh, you're not in trouble, Highlands. I was just curious how the battle was going, so I want a closer look. I am certainly glad I did. Everyone has fought remarkably well so far. It's quite the spectacle. I've been covered in so excitement and enthusiasm that I no longer could stand idly by. If you ask me, he's being ridiculous. But he's never one to change his mind once it's made up, no matter how much I try. Please tell me it doesn't mean what I think it means. It does indeed. The two of us would like to join in on the fun. Besides, you didn't think I'd let you get away with calling yourselves the strongest in the Academy without defeating us, did you? Ordinarily, I wouldn't participate in this nonsense, but someone has to make sure he didn't overexert himself. Oh. What have I started? Or have I take on everyone here at once? As Class 7 won the previous battle, perhaps they should be first. I can't feel like I'm bullying helpless students like this, but I'm afraid I don't have much of a choice. You're such a kid sometimes, Beatrix. They really do seem strong. So we can't roll them and give up without a fight. Sure, individually, either one of them could crush us in the dust. But if we work together, I think we stand a chance. See how far our strength can take us. We ain't never get a chance like this, like ourselves like this. I misread that, but it happens. Yeah, you're right. Fine by me. There's our class 7. Although it wouldn't be fair if only 3 of you took us on. You should call another one of your classmates. There's no fun for any of us for an easy win after all. The trash talk is real with these two. Okay. Now I'm really scared. Man, who should I even call? Gotta get the 18 together for this one. We're gonna use his arc as far as calling his chosen classmate. And you know what? Ring needs to get his serious, you know, he needs to be serious. Let's get the jacket. I don't think I've ever seen foes so imposing. But the most satisfying challenges to overcome are the ones that seem hopeless. Okay guys, this might be the hardest challenge to date. But it's time to give them all we got. Let's see how far our combined strength will take us against the mightiest people in the academy. We can do this! Right! Haha, now that's the spirit. Now let the fun begin. Here we go!
A worthy adversary.
Oh my god.
I'll handle it. 1, 2,
How's the delays?
huh? And done.
I
Got
crit Beatrix.
Let's get this over with.
Understood.
Oh, they have all the health.
No
How you
problem.
miss with the close range of the sniper? That's a lot of health. Oh shit.
Light! Rain upon us! My turn.
Alright, everybody.
1,
Do what we can.
2, huh? And done.
No delays. Not what I wanted.
My turn. Now's our chance.
Gotcha!
My turn. No escape. Saya! They're off guard.
You're done!
Alright, miss.
Predictable.
No, you don't.
What's with his voice? He sounds like he's 90.
Too slow. Got it.
An opening.
I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Predictable.
My turn.
Okay. 1, 2, huh? And done.
Ooh.
Your turn.
EP damage.
No problem. Light! Rain upon us! Okay. 1, 2, huh? And done. Now.
An opening.
Alright. He's buffing up again.
My turn. No escape. Saya!
Let's move. Second form. Gale! Now's our chance.
Gotcha!
That's it, no damage?
I'll handle it.
Frag out. Of course. No, you don't.
Predictable.
Right. Fire! I'll
There's
handle
no
it.
damage from Elisa.
My turn. Ha! No, you don't.
Too slow.
Ooh.
Onward! No escape! Saya! They're off guard!
You're done. Okay.
Witness the fruits
Come
of
on,
my
Laura.
training! Howl! Radiant Lion!
My turn. 1, 2. Huh? And done.
Come on.
Now,
Oh, I put one to sleep.
get
Okay.
this over with.
Leave this
Leave
to
it
me!
to me.
Give it to me.
Sensei!
I can do this. Light.
My turn.
Alright, he's still asleep. How long is he asleep? One more turn. Attack Beatrix.
Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
Too slow. Now.
Gotcha. My turn. 1, 2. Huh? And done.
And the principal's back asleep.
My turn. Here goes. Overdrive. Ha! Here we go. Burn to ash.
See if I can take out the healer.
Fall. Now.
Gotcha. No problem. Turn to flames. Burn! Now's our chance.
Got you. My turn. Burn to ash. Fall. Now.
Gotcha. You're finished.
Come on, Fee.
Full speed ahead. Shadow Brigade!
I still didn't kill
Let's move.
Beatrix.
There. Ha!
Good night, Beatrix.
Onward!
Alright, one down. One very big man to go.
Shatter!
My turn. Here I go. Too slow. Not here. Light.
Alright.
Here I go.
Oh, you even
My
delayed
turn.
him.
Leave this to me! Ha!
Damn it, Laura.
Let's move. Ha! No, you don't.
Too slow. Got it. Let's get this over with.
Understood!
Right.
Alright, let's beat him up again.
Sit.
I'll handle it.
Alright, 100 more thousand health left.
Arcus, activate.
Here I go. Arcus, activate.
This is nothing. Shatter!
I can do this. Arcus, activate. I'll handle it. 1, 2. And done.
Yeah.
Come on. That would do a lot of damage. Oh, he's just buffing up.
You
Thanks.
have my thanks.
My turn.
We buffing up too, man.
Arcus, activate.
Right. Now!
Got you.
I'll handle it. 1, 2,
Come on, Steve, delay him.
and done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fire does a lot of damage against him.
Leave this to me. Arcus, activate!
Here I go.
Alright. Take a AP charge 4, Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, now!
No, you don't.
Got you.
I'll handle it. 1, and done. No problem. Arcus, activate. Hip.
Witness the fruits of my training.
Come on, Laura.
Howl, Radiant Lion!
My turn.
Okay.
Damn.
Too slow. Now.
An opening!
Huh.
I'll handle it. 1, and done.
Here I go.
I can do this. Light.
Predictable.
Yeah.
There he goes. Woo!
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Alright.
Great.
Huh? Thank goodness. Done.
Not bad.
He's looking good. AP increased by 1. I have to admit, I'm impressed. Never would have expected you to overpower us like that. You've really grown through your experiences during the war. We've only won because we were together. None of us not even half of either of you on your own. You could probably go around right now. Well, you couldn't. You managed to endure your onslaught, but it pushed me to the very end of my limits. Stuff it was, we managed to topple the strongest people in the academy. You most certainly did. I have nothing but praise for the way you fought today. While most of the Class 7 will be leaving this academy and starting new lives elsewhere, the things you've learned and the skills you've developed here and now are part of you and it will remain so wherever you go. That you're able to defeat us today is fine proof of how you've grown. We continue to nurture your skills elsewhere. We will. I'm sure the things I learned here will be priceless to me as I continue my life beyond the academy. I'm sorry to make you waste some of your little time you have left on fighting two old fogies like us. So please let me tend to your wounds at least. None of us everyone's HP. Hey, we got 200 CP! Thank you, Beatrix! Wow, my cuts are closed up just like that. We appreciate you healing us up as well. You have our thanks, fair instructor. Just remember to take it easy for a while. Arch are no substitute for proper medical care, after all. Well, Principal, I think it's time we let these students be. As do I. Farewell for now. I very much need a chance to have a rematch someday. I can spoil the ending of our rematch for you right now. We lose. Still, at least you beat them once. That's a great achievement than most you were ever able to claim. Allow me to give you the highest commendation for your excellent performance. To be frank, I would love the chance to fight all of you one day again too. That would be great. You fought particularly wonderfully, Lisa. I hope that we will get another chance to compete with one another again. We will. I promise. Huh, I can't believe you're actually able to overcome those two. You classmates surely are something else. Sworzer, I'd like you to accept this. Great, but what is it? It's been passed down to the Harns family for generations. I'd like to have it in honor of your victory. Hope you can appreciate it. Thanks, Patrick. I really will. I have something for you as well. Thank you. Look, there you go. I read the line before it happened. I wasn't even looking at it. I just really needed those steel bombs. But don't let your victory say make you complacent. Not unless you want to thoroughly trounce during the next fight, at least. Go ahead and dream of it. And I just want to say, while our disagreements over the past year, I think we've both grown as a result. We grew in ways we couldn't have if we had been rivals, and we couldn't wish for better rivals in Class 1. Don't you worry first, I'll be sure to keep training for the next time we face off. I hadn't stopped improving myself since I was a child. That certainly isn't going to change now. Good luck to you guys too. Your class's unrestrained honesty continues to be an assault to the senses. Still, I suppose that's part of what makes you who you are, and the rivals who have earned so much respect. Thus, the long-time conflict between classes 1 and 7 reached its conclusion. Everyone involved accepted one another as worthy rivals and friends, praising each other's skill. Eventually, with some reluctance, they all left and went their separate ways. Alright, let me see here. Oh yeah, don't I gotta report to Toa? I think that's the last thing I gotta do. Oh. Oh, never mind. What was that just now? Was my imagination? No. It couldn't have been. Oh, but it
You have
is.
also sensed the disturbance, I presume.
Huh? Is that you, Valimar? Wait, I just feel the same thing you felt yesterday.
Indeed. There was movement within the Earth Veins, but not solely that. I now sense something else.
Then it sounds like I got an investigation to do. But came from that direction, and that can only mean back to the old schoolhouse.
The structure beneath which I once lay dormant. Known to you and your friends as the old schoolhouse.
We're back. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot that's our... Okay, that's Vivi or Lind, or which one's staying there. It's probably Lind. Oh yeah, I can get out of the jacket now. I just like the jacket, man. I actually might keep it on, but let's take it off. Actually, it's March. I mean, people still wear jackets in March. Sorry, it's coming on. Wait, we mean summer look? Oh, okay. It means winter look. Okay, that's what they are. Should I just get the traveling clothes, Ray? Let me see. Yeah, I think I like forward that. Let's get all the original outfits going. Take off the uniforms, everybody. It's time. Oh, walk away. I can report to Toa real quick. Student Union. Class 7 is put on the outfits and playing all game on. Report progress.
Well done!
There we go. Let's look at some items real quick, see if I have anything that's better than what I have. Not really. Though, there is something I think that would be... Yeah. Lionheart on Laura. That is amazing for her. Let's check the fishing battle. Let's see how that's been going. Dude, I'm calling it. Just end this. Just end this misery. Just end it. It's not happening. Like, it's not happening. I'm not going to be able to do it. Yeah, alright.
Strange. I can't sense anything abnormal. Valimar said he sensed movement in the earth veins below us, but...
Aha, there you are.
Toval.
Toval?
Hell you doing here?
Long time no see.
Yeah, tell me about it. What brings you here? Do you need me for something?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm just in Trista for work I need Sarah and Mick for, you see. I figured while I was here, I might as well come and see how things have been with you. Then I saw you walking off over here, and it seemed like the perfect time to catch up and say hey, so, you know, here I am. This is that old building Valimar used to be sealed away in, huh? Sarah's the one who told me all about it, but she wasn't lying about how creepy it is. It's got this real weird air about it. Why are you hanging around here?
Well, I thought there was, actually, it looks like it was just my imagination, so don't worry about it.
Okay?
Still, by the sound of it, the guild's been keeping you busy lately. Has your workload lightened up at all?
It's relatively peaceful right now, yeah. It won't last, though. If anything, it's only going to get worse.
I'm sure.
Thanks to Crossbell being annexed before a full-on war could break out, things have on the surface calmed down. That's partly thanks to you, too. The only problem is, now there's no power out there at home or abroad capable of stopping him. And by him, I mean our friend the Blood and Iron Chancellor, of course.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's nothing. The only people who know the truth about me and him are the ones who were there that day. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if Prince Olivert and Viscount Arcade have worked it out already. How much should I tell him?
Don't worry, Reen.
About what?
Sarah's told me no more about what went down in that castle than she feels I need to know. I'm not privy to any details involving your friend's death or your private business. I can't pretend I haven't managed to fill in a few gaps just from putting two and two together, though.
Sorry. It's not like I don't trust you or anything. I've just got a lot of things I need to sort out in my own head first.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm guessing time will help in that regard, but it'll only go so far. Hey, Reen, I know I've asked you this before, but you sure you wouldn't consider becoming a bracer? I really do think you'd be a natural. That you've got the physical strength goes without saying, but I think your mindset is right up our alley, too. The guild might be kinda limited in what it can do here in Erebonia, but we do work all over the continent. I'm not saying leave everything behind and run, but it'd be a good chance to look within yourself and think things through.
That is true. But I'm afraid I'll have to decline. It certainly seems to be a wonderful profession, judging by the work that you and Instructor Sarah do, but I feel like I should see the path I've chosen through to the end. I've got Valimar to think about too.
Well, if that's what you want. That's a real shame, though. Here was me thinking I'd be able to bring a promising rookie into the fold, too. No big. We'll see if you change your mind come graduation. I'm not giving up on you just yet.
Well, I'm flattered.
Oh, there he is.
Huh. Now there's a familiar voice.
No. Why are you here?
Elise, Your Highness!
Wow. What did we do to deserve this honor?
Reen, Toval, it's wonderful to see you both again. I must say, I wasn't expecting to find the two of you here. Alone.
Moving right past that, what brings you out here?
Well, when I spoke to you yesterday, you sounded a little despondent, which is what prompted me to tell her if she was that worried, she should come and pay you a visit.
I can see why Elise would come here, but I'm surprised you decided to accompany her.
How? Of course she would.
You've got to be two of the most fearless young ladies in Erebonia. Although with the third most fearless young lady in Erebonia as an escort, I'm sure you've got nothing to worry about.
I'm honored you would say so. It's good to see you again, Toval.
Likewise. We're not exactly on the same side these days, but there's no need to let that stop us from being friendly off the clock.
I'd like nothing more, honestly. Oh,
Damn. Silent treatment.
I assure you my accompanying them was purely by coincidence.
Oh, I know. If anything, I'm the one who's putting you out. I seem to be the reason they came here, after all.
I never once thought you were putting me out, so don't worry. I did wonder whether it might be best to stay out of your sight, truth be told.
Please, don't think like that. I was the one at fault, not you. I really am sorry, though. I was being so childish.
Not at all. If I hadn't been so self-righteous, I'm truly sorry.
Yeah, just the witnesses of this.
It looks like another formidable foe has entered the fray.
Damn.
Your Highness, please!
Reen, I swear, you're a damn magnet for trouble when it comes to women.
Well, this sure is an odd place for everyone to be hanging out in the middle of the day.
Oh, hey, Celine.
Celine! Ooh! Oh, how I've longed to pet that glossy black fur again! You're never going to give this up, are you? I thought something felt odd over here, but I guess that's because of you guys.
Oh, I totally forgot until you said that.
Forgot what?
Is something wrong?
Oh yeah, you did say you were here for some reason.
Yeah, I sensed something strange earlier, then...
Oh no. For whom the bell tolls,
How?
it tolls for thee.
Is that the old schoolhouse's bell?
Wait, didn't Sarah say that the last time this rang...
And it's going. Yep, it's time again.
What's happening? The building is glowing?
Celine, this is just like before.
Yeah, this is obviously serious. Unlike the last time, however, there doesn't appear to be any kind of barrier around it.
And of course, everybody comes.
What in the world? It's just like the first night of the festival.
Reen, what's happening here? Wait, Elise? Your Highness? Whoa! Claire and Toval are here too?
What's going on here?
Do my eyes deceive me?
Are all 3 of the fabulous 15s here in one place?
Alright, someone lock her up.
Way to keep your priorities in check, Angie.
What's happening here,
Fabulous
Celine?
15s. What the fuck?
Don't ask me, I just got here. Green, can you tell us everything you know?
I think we all need to be apprised of the situation.
Ring explained what he knew, and but he didn't understand the situation much better than they did. But with no barrier surrounding the school like last time, they decided to enter the old schoolhouse. Whoa. The Reverie Corridor. By the way, next year's a cold steel game called Trails of Reverie. Just a little out there, just some lore. And you best know when that gets localized, I'm pre-ordering it immediately.
What happened here?
This doesn't look anything like the inside of the old schoolhouse.
It's changed form many times in the past. But at this point, it no longer even feels like we're inside a building.
The strange rumors about this place were around even when I was a student. But I never pictured anything like this.
When was the last time it changed?
A while ago. The last time anything this extreme happened was when the 7th floor opened up.
Still, that was underground, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
my
no
bad.
sign of that door with the elevator inside either.
It's like all someone did was snap their fingers and the whole interior was changed in no time flat.
I tried, but even my clairvoyance isn't enough to tell us anything.
I'm changing the title real quick.
Nothing feels particularly off to me either. Hmm? Well, if you two can't work anything out,
But we can't exactly just leave
God
and pretend
damn, I
we
didn't
didn't see
press X
anything.
on purpose. My hand just fell on it, tapped X.
oh,
Gonna try and see if Valimar knows anything?
Yeah. Heed my call.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
goodness.
You know how to do spatial translocation with him?
Valimar, do you understand anything about the situation we're in?
We witches only know half the secrets concerning the Divine Knights.
But you're one yourself. Maybe you know something?
My memories have yet to fully return. What I can confirm is that this place was created by the gnomes.
Gnomes? Weren't they also responsible for building the spirit shrines we visited?
Indeed. They're said to have worked with the Hexen clan's ancestors 1,200 years ago in order to accomplish something.
That is correct. Some of their finest technology is gathered in this place. The creation of a large-scale phase space. The expansion of flexible materials, as well as the development of the trial system.
Like the trial all of us overcame earlier this year?
And presumably the same ones Dreikel's the Lionheart and the Lance Maiden overcame before us.
It must be. Crow was supposed to have overcome one under Ortis, too. Tell us everything that you know, Valimar. Why did the gnomes make a place like this to begin with? Why seal away the Divine Knights and make us overcome trials to obtain them? And what's happening here right now?
I have lost the knowledge with which to answer your questions. However, the key to all is known as the Great One, the first to be born, and the last to stand.
The Great One, huh?
The first to be born, and the last to stand.
I feel as though I've heard those words before.
I'm sure it would mean something to Vita and the Elder, but I'm clueless.
Furthermore, the entity you fought during the Jetlock trial you overcame is none other than the shadow of the Great One.
Oh. Him.
That huge thing? I feel like something's clicking into place in my head, but not really.
Still, if what happened here before was a trial for us to overcome, is what's happening now a trial as well?
Most likely so. However, this is not an official trial you were intended to complete. I suspect some disturbance triggered the activation of a different trial, resulting in the current turn of events.
Let me get this straight. This is all related to the truth behind what happened 1,200 years ago, right?
We've gotten ourselves wrapped up in something that's truly out of this world, haven't we?
Yeah, we already know we're going in.
Wait, you aren't all thinking of...
You're gonna try and get to the bottom of this, aren't you?
Yes. It might sound strange, but this almost feels like a continuation of the first night of the festival.
And, by coincidence, this also happens to be our final free day.
I think we can all agree that we have a duty to see this through.
And we'll be sure to do so by the end of the day. I doubt it will compare to the trials we've faced in that infernal castle, but it should prove interesting nonetheless.
Like there was even a point in asking, Sarah.
I do believe we should be acting with a little more caution. But where do you begin preparing for a situation like this?
Well, if you all insist. But we're coming too.
Hell yeah.
Will? That would be a huge help.
It would certainly make our investigation easier if you were with us.
You guys rock. Yeah, you're all super strong! In that case, I would be more than willing to assist you as well.
Get everybody
Sharon?
on this.
How long have you...
Can you maybe stop doing the thing with the skulking around in the shadows and popping out at the last minute?
Oh, Lady Sarah, I did nothing of the sort. I only arrived mere moments ago.
I call BS.
Why are all of you always like this? Right. Okay. This time, I'll be coming with you all to make sure you don't push yourselves too hard.
But...
This is our final free day too, you know. We want to make it one to remember as much as anyone else.
I'll stay here and back you guys up. If you need anything, just say the word.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
No.
Well, if everyone else is joining in on the fun,
No.
the two of us would like to assist you as well.
No.
What?
Look at Rain's face. He's doing the exact thing I'm
Your
saying.
Highness, I'm not sure.
Please don't try and stop me, Captain. This academy was founded by one of my ancestors, and as a member of the Arner family, I hardly feel that I can turn a blind eye to what is happening here. And besides,
Of course it's a
I
heart.
just so happened to receive this wonderful gift from my brother.
That looks like an orbital staff? Though it's a different size than the ones we use.
Hold on a minute. Isn't that the Epstein Foundation's latest model?
The Epstein Foundations?
Weren't their staves the original model for the ones we've been testing here?
My brother used his connections to get it for me. And it's been adjusted especially for me, so I have no problems using it.
Hang on, I'm just tweeting.
A member of the Arner family using a specially adjusted orbital staff should be quite formidable. Yeah, I can see her being a real force to be reckoned with using it. Naturally, if Her Highness is going, I will be accompanying her, and I'm afraid that nothing you say is going to change my mind.
But...
You're fighting a losing battle, Reen.
Losing battle, it's already lost.
If you're so worried about her, why not take her along so you can keep an eye on her instead?
Alright, I get it. Class 7, and everyone else kind enough to aid us? Our mission is to investigate and resolve the strange situation here.
This is our Class 7's final trial. So let's give it everything we've got!
Yes!
Alright, well, oh damn, we have a lot of characters to pick from. Okay. Time to make the team. Healer. We gotta get the A-team. Alright, now for the 3 backups. Why are they only level 115? Of course I'm not going to bring them. That's too low level. We need the A-team. Sarah. Sharon. I would say guys, but his being attacked is so... He's not the strongest. He has good health. He's a good arts user. She's a ranged person. Actually, you know what? We're not going to take Sarah. Elliot, nah. He's weak. Uses too low level. Really, my options are Gaius, Sarah, or Toval. And Toval's... He's not exactly the best strength, but he has a lot of good arts. Wish I could see his moveset. I'm gonna go with someone I know how to use. I'm gonna say Sarah. The chain... Oh wow, we got a lot of stuff. About the Reverie Corridor. Inside the old schoolhouse has been transformed into an area known as the Reverie Corridor. The area has no fixed structure and changes its layout completely every time you enter the dungeon from the outside. Every time monsters will revive and treasures monster chests will reset, allowing you to conquer it as many times as you desire. You can organize the party by talking to any of them on the team at the base of the corridor. After reaching each certain point, you'll be able to warp back to this base area. Alright. Enemies in this area are significantly stronger than those in the final chapter, and must be approached with due caution. The specifics of the enemies will be recorded in the EX Reverie Corridor section in your notebook. Alright, so every fight's a pain in the ass. Got it. George. You suck. I don't really think I have a need for any of this. Let's just go balls to the walls here. Trying to get that trophy. Alright. Alright, everybody has 200 CP. Now... And of course, these three just gonna have excellent commentary. They just have to talk to each other. Because it'll be... That's just entertaining, too. Alright, let's just save real quick. And that's what I'm gonna call it. So we have one more stream of this, the Reverie Corridor. That'll be Monday. So Monday we'll try to finish this. Thank you guys for showing up. And I'll see you guys Monday. I just lost my train of thought for a second. See ya.